Hello there, welcome back to another HIIT session with me, Sahana, and this is Danielle. We both are physical therapists at Breakthrough. I hope you enjoy. Let's begin with standing pike crunches. We're gonna do this for 20 seconds. Let's go. Nice and easy. You wanna get those hamstrings stretched out, the whole body, your lats. The next one is called a waist pincher. Let's go. Again, this is to work our sides here. Opens up your hips. Nice and slow. Last one is a slow squat. Take your time. Nice and gentle squats, knees on top of your middle toe. Don't feel like you have to go all the way down. Do what's comfortable for you.
All right, so it's time to get into the workout. Sahana's gonna do the harder version. I'm gonna do the easier version. So follow along. Ideally get in a little weight. You can obviously get a harder weight, or you don't have to use any weight, but we're gonna do Captain Morgan in a little diagonal press. So we're gonna do this, 2 sets of 20 seconds. Harder version is you're gonna be on one leg like Sahana. Easier version, you're kind of in a little mini lunge. The lower you go in the lunge, the harder. Less depth, the easier. You're just moving these arms up and down in a diagonal motion, not too fast. Get those abs engaged. Nice steady breathing. If you're on one leg, focus. All right, take a rest. All right, we're gonna switch to the other side. Same thing, 20 seconds. I'm gonna raise that right leg up. If you're doing the harder version with Sahana, make sure you're focusing on a point to help with your balance, but really engage those abs. Again, easier version, you're kind of holding a mini lunge. Really stretch those arms in that diagonal pattern, but don't move too much. All right, let's bring it up again. So we're gonna go with that left foot, coming up. Again, focus, get your good balance in. Reaching those arms up and down. Squeezing the abs, squeezing the glutes. Don't let your shoulders rotate too much when everything's still pointing forward. And rest. All right, next one, go with that right leg up and right leg forward. Let's begin. You can focus on that good point. Make sure your abs are really engaged the whole time. If you're dropped in this lunge, make sure that knee isn't diving in at all. Keep it pushing out. Again, nice steady breathing. And rest. All right, next up is an oblique twist. Again, Sahana's gonna be in the harder version, so she's gonna be jumping. I'm gonna be doing the easier version, so I'm kind of stepping through it. But let's begin. Arms up, come over to the one side. Again, Sahana's gonna be jumping through it. So she's gonna be nice and quick. Keep those abs working. It's working those obliques on the side. If you're stepping through it like me, just take it nice and slow. I'm coming up into a heel raise. Just get those calves working too. Really stretch it so you're using those side obliques. All right, take a rest. All right, it's time for the second set. This is a hard one, so let's really push through it. Make sure you're breathing. All right, arms up and let's begin. Get that twist. Really reach it side to side. If you're going slow with me, remember to get that heel raise, but really reach that body over so you can get that good oblique or the side abs. But keep breathing with Sahana. She's pushing and working hard. We're almost there, and rest. All right, so next up, we're gonna do a reverse lunge to a high knee with a jump if you're doing the harder version with Sahana, or just nice and slow, easy with me. Again, keep breathing, this is another good one. Let's begin. So step back into a lunge, pop it up. Keep abs engaged the whole time. Make sure you're thinking about your knee and not letting it dive in when you're stepping back into that lunge. Keep that power going if you're jumping. And rest. All right, we're gonna switch into the other side. Same thing, reverse lunge, jumps. All right, we're gonna step it back. All right, so get that good pop. Really drive that knee up there, regardless if you're doing the jump or not. You still want that strong knee coming up. But again, keep paying attention to that bottom knee, not letting it dive in. Give it a rest. All right, it's time for the second set. So we're going back to that first leg, get the breath going, nice and strong, and begin. Again, really drive that knee up there. It'll help when you're jumping. Have powerful arms too. Keep breathing. We're getting close. Give it a rest. All right, this is the last set for this exercise, so let's get it going. Can keep that breath going, it'll help, but stay nice and powerful. I know you're tired. If you're jumping, try and look at something, it'll help with your balance. Keep paying attention to your form. Almost there. Take a rest. All right, next exercise is we're gonna drop into a deep squat. And if you wanna do it harder with Sahana, you're gonna jump back into a plank, jump back to stand. Easier version with me, we're basically gonna step it out. But let's begin. Down into a deep squat, jump it out or step it out and stand on up. Make sure you're thinking about good squat form as you do this. Make sure you're also thinking about a good plank form as you do this. If you're stepping it out, try and switch feet, so don't always lead with the same foot. Keep working, keep breathing, and rest. All right, time for round two. Same thing, let's go. Deep squat. Jump it out or step it out. Again, make sure you're paying attention to squat form and plank form. Really squeezing those abs the whole time. Pay attention to your knees when you're coming down and back up in the squat. Don't let them dive forward. Keep breathing. We're almost there. And take a rest. All right, for this next exercise, we're doing just normal jumping jacks. Still gonna get your heart rate going, so make sure you're breathing well. Again, easier version is with me versus harder version with Sahana. Easier version, we're just stepping it out. So let's go. Again, this is still getting your heart rate going, but it's slowing it down just a little. So just keep making sure you're taking nice, good breaths. If you're stepping it out with me, still give it a high effort. Make sure your arms are staying strong. And take a rest. All right, round two of these jumping jacks are step out, so let's begin. So again, keep breathing. If you're stepping it out with me, keep that high effort going. So you want those strong arms, abs still engaged, squeezing your glutes and hips. Make them work. And rest. All right, you made it through this HIIT workout. It was a pretty tiring one. It really got that heart rate going. So let's cool it down. Starting off with just some slow butt kickers. The heart rate is still pretty elevated, so we need to slowly calm it back down by doing some dynamic stretching, by keeping moving so that heart rate doesn't plummet too quickly. Those butt kickers, you're just trying to get that knee bending, that heel towards the bum. Keep breathing and rest. Next up is we're doing some standing side stretching, but we're still kind of walking it out to try and keep the heart rate going down. So we're gonna kind of take a step, reach that foot and that arm to feel a nice stretch in the side. Same thing on the other side. We're just kind of stepping and walking it out. Keep taking nice, good, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Remember, we want to slowly calm that heart rate down. Feel that nice stretch along this side body and rest. All right, next up is downward dog, but kind of to plank rock backs. So come on down into that downward dog, kind of walk it out. Then we're gonna push back into that downward dog, so we kind of stretch the hamstrings and heels, and rock forward into a plank. Rock it straight back into that down dog. And back. Again, we're slowly getting that heart rate down, so just make sure you're still taking good inhales and exhales. And take a rest. All right, you made it through another HIIT workout. Again, this was a hard one. Good job for sticking through it. Keep coming back for more.